In Zen, there's nothing to believe and everything to discover. I've been practicing Zen for 51 years. So I started when I was 17, and I was in a comparative religion course at the University of Iowa. We get to October and Zen Buddhism. And that was when I became aware that this was actually the path I was on. In my early childhood, my parents attended the Unitarian Church, but that sort of fell away. So in that context, I was introduced to a lot of different faith traditions also, and encouraged to think for myself and encouraged not to blindly believe things. Buddhism is a religion in the sense that it has an ethical foundation, and I like to say that what distinguishes something, a movement, is a practice, a path, and a vow. There isn't a belief structure as there is in many religions, but nevertheless, there's a practice of meditation, there's a path, and it's this path of growing up and waking up that people are on. And then there's the vow, which is the vow for the liberation of all beings and their relief from suffering. My own awakening is insignificant in comparison to the waking up and growing up of the whole. In Buddhism, there are three main pillars of the teachings. One is the Buddha, so not only the historical Buddha, but the Buddha nature in each of us. The second one is the Dharma, that is the teachings that the Buddha offered us. But it also means the sort of lawful quality of life itself. And then the third thing is Sangha, which is community. Because we know that when people have spiritual friends, that they're going to continue to evolve on this path. When I was in graduate school, I encountered my teacher, Joko Beck, and she wanted to create a form of practice that was appropriate for people living in Western culture. In the beginning, I think I had a very individualistic view. I wanted to get enlightened. I didn't want to meditate and get enlightened. You know, I wanted to be an enlightened being. And then I started practicing with my teacher. So then I began to see there's something more to this than just should I get enlightened. It has something to do with my connection with other people. When we began to start this place and things were starting to grow, I realized my practice now is about the health and well-being of the system. It has almost nothing to do with me anymore. Like, it's everything to do with how the system evolves, what makes it healthy, what makes it thrive, what causes problems in that system. Practice in community, you encounter other people in ways that reveal aspects of your conditioning that only show up in a relationship. At one point, Ananda said to the Buddha, you know, spiritual friendship is half of the spiritual life. And the Buddha said to him, not so, Ananda. Spiritual friendship is the whole of the spiritual life, because we know that if someone has spiritual friends, they'll continue to make progress on the spiritual path.